We put it to them whether they'd rather play that game at Logan or play it at the home of the Magpies at Davies. The vote went 14-4 to play it at Davies.
Yeah, when you run out of those sheds, the song's written up there, and the big magpie in the shed, you know, you look at it, and when you do run out, you sort of feel it, and you get this aura over you, comes over your body, and yeah, we just sort of transcend into that feeling. The first semi-final in a long time, we wanted to be where we came from.
7 of those kids flew in from Canberra this year. Didn't know a thing about Davies Park, didn't know a thing about South. But I think over the year, they've come to appreciate exactly what the club has meant to so many for so many years.
It just showed that the spirit that's within this club that everyone keeps talking about was there because it captured those guys.
Q Cup is a really good stepping stone for young kids these days. I think it's the second best competition in Australia, definitely.
This competition is where your NRLs and your New South Wales Rugby Leagues have grown from. We're talking about a club that started the game in Australia and in this state. If you come and watch South or any Queensland Cup side, you're not sitting in a seat miles away, you're right in the mix.
To hear the collisions, to hear the players calling plays, it looks 3 times the pace as what it does on TV. That's because you're there and you're part of it and you can't help but be drawn into the game.
Those old days of footy afternoons with your mates sitting on the hill having a couple of cans of beer and watching your team go around, you can still do it. You don't have to go to a concrete stadium and pay $100 a head. You don't have to do that at Davies Park. It's a family ground.
The crowd was buzzing, it was huge.
Well, there's so many Magpie fans out there. Because of the tradition, there's been the whole generations of supporters support the Magpies.
The support was fantastic, you know, and people with their signs, and you know, there was guys that I'd never ever seen before with, you know, face paint on and screaming out Magpies.
When you actually ran out onto the field and the boys took the field, they went, gee, you know, where did all these people come from?
From warm-up, I knew, just looking around, that we were ready. Everyone bagging us out that whole week. We were no chance, and from the kick-off, their first try, you know, it was like a minute later.
Speed of line, Telephone goes forward, pops a pass at the kick, he's in, running from outside in, and South Logan have got first points on the board. What a dream start.
We got off to a flyer. Things were just going to plan and we were all over them.
No one ran up to him, but he was brought down, wasn't tripped, no, play on. Certainly ended up intercept this time by Templeman. Matthew Templeman goes for the corner and scores it.
Well, what a game it is. I think, you know, not too many would have given South Logan too much of an opportunity. They obviously believe in themselves, and obviously that's come out and shown.
Setting an even market odds. He's bringing it around. Kick this one. He's got it from the toughest position on the field for a right foot kick.
We knew ourselves that we could win definitely. We knew it was going to be tough, but if we hang in there, we'd win.
I think that a lot of those young guys really sort of believed in themselves, knew that finals were a different game, and it wasn't that easy just to go out there and win.
Ipswich, to their credit, fought back hard, and we were on the back foot.
Standing in for Magpies coach Paul Bramley. They're close here. Ipswich are in. The Jets have scored. Michael Ryan has scurried in for a very important try. It's over. And here's Coghill for Ipswich as they attack from their own hill. Lee Coghill upfield pushes another one off. What a great run from Lee Coghill. South Logan half again. A good pass to Sweeney. Sweeney going through. Sweeney still going. Sweeney has scored. Ipswich scored 2 quick tries. An incredible try. Sweeney racing onto a pass from Ian Lacey has gone all the way. No one would have backed the
In the last bit, I was on the bench, so I was just shaking my knees, and it was very nerve-wracking. I'm a terrible watcher of a game.
Cross again. Cross is back there. Talapo goes himself down the right hand side. Pass up to Roach. Cut down Pollard. Try. It's a try. Is it a double movement? We're going to go to the video. Did he have a hold of him?
Kyle Lodge, the man who scored the try in extra time last week, has he done it again?
I tell you what, this could be a no try. He had the only time he broke free was when he lurched forward.
A few things happened during the semi-finals that sort of pointed to destiny. You know, that this was meant to happen, and I think a couple of things happened during the game that showed that this was meant to happen. That we were meant to win the grand final. And
didn't have control of him.
Oh, here we go. Here comes a huge cork.
It's going to be a try.
There's the grand final, surely for South Logan.
the last time we actually won a grand final, my father took me to that grand final. 23 years later, my father and I at that game, and I've taken my son. And he had the honour of leading the team out as well.
That last try, it was just awesome. I wanted to cry. I probably did cry.
But the relief, I think, was more for the people who believed in us and hung around. It was more for the likes like Jim, for our supporters, the ones who actually stuck by us even through the hard times, you know.
Just from the pride and passion of the whole club, and just sense a lot of relief and overwhelmed.
I think it was just a fairly euphoric moment for us. That day it really showed that they had something special, those boys.
You didn't know half the people we were hugging.
To have them come on and just pick you up, and yeah, it was the best feeling ever. Best feeling ever.
There was a lot of tears, there was a lot of laughter, you know, there was a lot of fun, and you know, growing men cry all the time.
South Magpies being one of the inaugural clubs in rugby league in Queensland, actually taking out the 100-year grand final too, it's symbolic, and it's something the club deserves.
It was just a special moment, and it's something that anybody who's a part of it or gets the chance to be a part of, you just don't forget it.
These guys have written their own chapter in history, and they've etched their names alongside legends of our game.
I don't know what it is, but it'll always be South ground to me, always.
This is a spiritual home of South, and there's no doubt about that. It's not a place of eloquent beauty or buildings or shrines to people, right? It's a footy park. This is very earthly here, and I think that's the great magic about it.
When you just step out onto that ground, it's something special. And it's special because it's the only ground that's been playing rugby league for 100 years, and it's still playing rugby league. It stood the test of time.
NRL is what everyone strives for. Everyone's got their past. Club footy was where we start. It means a lot. I'll never forget South if I ever make it, you know.
I hope that 100 years of history in one place just doesn't go to waste, and now's our chance to build our history back up and let it be known to everyone in the future.